Hi. This is content. Hello, everybody. I realized when I sat down that I didn't really have an intro for this, and I still don't. So here we are. Content. Welcome to a very different video. I've talked about this sort of thing, but I haven't really shown you anything like this. And that is where we're going to be working on this thing today. I realized I might have been blocking it from view. This is my PC. A little ASMR there. And today is getting some very, very good upgrades. I am putting an NVMe card chip into my PC. And I'm also giving it a new graphics card. This isn't interesting outside of I'm just working on my PC, right? The thing is, I wanted to film it. I wanted content. So here we are. I'm going to be filming the whole thing, beginning to end. Hopefully it goes well. And if it doesn't, I guess you'll never see this. And cheers in advance. So yeah, get the cat toys out of the way. Here you go, Killian. Killian's sitting over there. You like those? Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to be filming me taking this out, and I'm going to be filming me putting everything in, and I'll be talking about, stuff. And there's a cat. Hi, buddy. Hey. No, don't. Hey. Here. Here, buddy. You get to see Killian fully. Come over here, buddy. Hi. Oh. Say hi to the people. Okay. I'll let you go now. The issue is that the graphics card is not here yet. It is going to be coming later today. But I figured I could do the SSD part first and just kind of get that out of the way. The idea is that I'll put the SSD in, hook everything back up, make sure that it works, and then go from there. Anyway, I am going to start dismantling all of this now. I've already cut the power to the PC, so I have no risk of shocking myself. Be safe, kids. Make sure don't stick forks in electrical sockets. Don't lick them either. I know, looking at it, you know what it tastes like already. You fucking sicko. But, don't. Anyway. Let's get started. I guess I can explain this real fast. This is my external disk drive because my computer did not come with one. I've used this to... I hope I'm still in frame. I've used this to burn CDs before and rip CDs to my computer. I'm not selling the music. I'm not selling the music to YouTube. I use it to listen to. It's for me. I listen to it. Nobody else. So let's see here. First, let's take all this out. I really need to put these back in my switch case. I probably won't do a whole lot of talking during this. What the fuck is this? Hello. What are you? There's just... I don't know what that is. I just found that in my switch case. Okay. Cool. That's fine. Move my game tower. Ooh, that's the top one. I need grip at the bottom one. Where am I gonna put this? I guess I can put it over here in the basket. Cool. And now you can see my internet. Are we still rolling? Yeah, we are. Neat. I gotta go through here and disconnect everything that's hooked up to my PC. Just kind of drape the cables over here. Also, I don't know if my power supply is going to be able to run this graphics card. We will face that problem when we get there. If I have to buy a new one, that is fine. I just did not know if that was a thing I would need to worry about, until not too long ago. And I said, well, fuck it. So, yeah. Well, that wasn't too hard. So now we just pick this up. We have the beast. Oh, I guess I should face it the other way because that's more appealing to you guys. We have the beast. Let's take it to our lair, shall we? God, you're fucking heavy. So here we are. This is my couch. Welcome to my couch. This is couch content now. I have my PC right here, and I'm going to be taking it apart. I'll talk about the specs here in a minute. So what we're going to be doing is putting this into my computer. And what this is, I mean, I already said it, it's an NVMe. And this is actually from my laptop. This is a drive that was not technically used. And I took it out of my laptop because buying a new one is fucking expensive. And I don't really use my laptop anyway, so I don't need a ridiculous amount of storage on there. Why I need more storage on this is because this PC comes with a 111 gigabyte SSD drive, which is, as I'm sure you could guess, not enough. That is why we're putting this in it. And this is a terabyte, 10 times more storage. And mathematics says that's an 1,000% upgrade. So that's what we're doing. But I'm sure you would want to know. And I think I've mentioned this before. If I only have 100 gigabytes of storage on my PC, where am I storing all of my games stuff and literally everything? And that's where this comes in. This is my external hard drive. This is a Seagate. It's got 2 terabytes. And I have plugged it in, and I've been using it that way. I know that's not the best way to do it, but because I lacked the ability to put more storage on my PC, this was the best option. The goal is to be able to put everything on here onto the hard drive of the computer. We're hoping to put that on there. I'm sorry I'm looking over here. This is where I have it sitting. Hopefully this works. We'll find out if it doesn't. I guess we'll just jump in. Also, I don't know if I'll end up doing this, but I also have this, which is another terabyte hard drive, right? This is a terabyte drive that came from my old computer way back when I lived in the duplex. I had a all-in-one computer, and the all-in-one computer died, so I took this out of it. It still has stuff on it. I've used an external SATA cable to look at the stuff. It's still there. It still exists. Whether or not this would actually function in my PC is another question. I don't really want to put it in my PC. It's an HDD and an SDD. HDD SSD. It's not an SSD. It's an HDD, which means it's a hard disk drive, and you can kind of see the circle there for the disk. And these are the most prone to failure hard drives in existence. Granted, this is an upgraded one. This is actually a Seagate right here. Still, I don't really want to take that chance. I might use it as an external drive. I might find a case or something for it. It's actually not that much smaller than my other one. I think that would be an HDD as well. I want to figure out something to do with this because I took this out before I donated it. And it's a terabyte of storage that's basically going to waste. And I know I can access it, so I might just turn it into another external hard drive. I should probably quit yammering and start taking my PC apart. Let's dive in, shall we? I realize I might be getting out of frame by doing this. The idea was that you would be sitting on my TV stand, but the problem with that was that the frame was too wide. Was much wider than I wanted it, and this is a little bit closer than I wanted it, but it's better. So that's what we're going with. Tempered glass. Be careful. Handle with care. Okay, so my PC has a couple NVMe slots, and I'm actually going to grab my flashlight. Give me 1 second. Flashlight. This is a flashlight. God, that's bright. So let's see here. I can kind of tell what it's supposed to be used and what's not. They're sort of positioned over by my graphics card. I don't think it matters which one I put it in. I'm not really seeing any indicator on any of these. I kind of want to put it in that one because that one looks the most official. Hopefully my new graphics card won't be obstructing it, but I don't think so. So now I just gotta kind of get it in there. I don't think this has a lock. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I don't know how to position this. So it's most lit. Let's try that. It's so fucking stressful. God. Okay. I know this is exciting content, just seeing me stand up. I moved the camera angle so you can see what I'm doing a little bit. So I'm not just standing over my PC and all you see is my butt. It does appear I'm going to need one of those things. I guess I could probably try putting it down here first, just because it's the easiest to access. Slide that in. Ooh, I guess that kind of springs up when it's not in use, which is nice, maybe, depending. My screwdriver here. I picked up the screw and it slipped out of my hand. I heard it hit the mat and I thought it bounced. Thankfully, it's a magnet mat, so it just hit the mat and it stayed there. So now I gotta very gently do this. Having some light would help. And kind of position it there. You can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. Beautiful. Now that is inside, and that should be connected just fine. But also, while I have this, I'm actually curious. That might take a Phillips that's bigger than what I have. I might be able to just unscrew it by hand. Man, that's tight. So what I'm doing right now is unscrewing my current hard drive. Let's see if I can kind of pull this a little bit. Just see what kind of plugs we're dealing with here. Oh, that is literally exactly the same thing as my other hard drive over here. I wasn't really expecting that. I thought there were just one. I think there's cables for more. I have just a bunch of cables in here that I don't know what they go to. The only way I would know if it works would be to plug it in. What I could do is I could plug it in, try and boot it, and then if it doesn't boot, I'll take this out and put the old one back in. So yeah, I'm gonna try that just because I'm curious. So all I gotta do is unscrew this, which would I be able to do with this one? Kinda. Gently take this out. VX100. 120 gigabytes. Cool. Oh, I didn't think of that. It has now come to my attention that the entirety of the Windows system is installed on this thing. So if I switch this out for this one, it would be like putting a completely different OS system in there, which I guess I would want to know if it's corrupted or not. I could try it. If it doesn't boot, I'll put the old one back in. Ideally, I want to use this because this is a terabyte just sitting around. I'll try formatting this one and then flashing it to see if that works, because there's not really anything on here that I need. I don't use it on a day-to-day basis. That's why it's in a plastic bag. It's just sitting in my filing cabinet. I might just be completely putting in my old PC and not realizing it. Also, by the way, I'm doing this all on my own. I'm completely winging every step of this, which you probably shouldn't do. Ideally, you would want to, do the research and do it correctly. But I'm not doing that right now. And I would recommend that you don't, because this could end very badly for my PC. And I'm really hoping that it doesn't, because I threw a lot of money at this PC and my new graphics card, and it would be a bummer if I tried to use it, and it didn't work. It's on there. Trust me. What we're going to do is we're actually going to plug it in first. That would be a smart idea. And slide it back into its slot. Now, ideally, if anything should go wrong, or like it doesn't work or something like that, it'll be directly tied to this hard drive and not anything else. So all I need to do is take the hard drive out, and that should fix it. Hopefully that's the issue. For all I know, there's some deep embedded issues with this motherboard that putting a new hard drive in will completely fuck it up. But there's only one way to find out. So that's what we're going to do. So now with the new hardware installed, we are good to take it back over to where it's positioned and try it out. So now we're back over here. And I'm not going to be hooking up anything other than my monitors and my mouse and keyboard. So plug these in. Oh, I'll also hook up the Ethernet because it's probably a good idea. Love to have internet if this happens to work. So I don't know if you can see it. The new hard drive is right here, and then the SSD, the NVMe, is over here. The new graphics card will go right here, but we're not there yet. So hold your horses. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the PC and hope that it doesn't explode. I don't think it will explode, but I'm hoping it doesn't explode internally, or implode, I guess would be the right word. Here goes nothing. Okay, one of the motherboard lights is on. So let's see what it is. It's the VGA light. After moving, I had this issue of the VGA light on. And all I had to do was update the drivers. But the drivers are already updated on this thing. So I am imagining that something's going on with the hard drive. What we're going to do is I'm just going to do this. Just going to turn it off. I'm going to put the old one back in, and we're going to try that. Because this is exactly how my old computer died, or how it acted when it was dead, was you would hit the power button, you would hear it running, like lights would turn on the computer, but nothing would happen. I literally, before I donated it, I wanted to see if it still worked, turned it on, and I sat it and I left it there for like half an hour and nothing happened. I'm thinking this hard drive is not bootable, and that's why that was happening. That's good to know that I completely donated that computer for no reason, and all I need to do is buy a new fucking hard drive. I can access it with an external cable, but it's not bootable. Now, if this happens again, then we might have something else going on. In which case, I don't really know what the solution would be. Part of it could be that I put the SSD in there, the NVMe. But the reason I say that is originally I had my external hard drive plugged into the back of the PC and it just sat on top. No issues happened when I was at the old place. I would turn it on, it would boot up just fine. Until shortly after I moved here, and for some reason, if the external hard drive is plugged in while it's booting up, it would cause issues consistently every time. I don't know what it is. The internet seems to say that it's because the computer's trying to boot off of that drive, and that drive has nothing to boot off of. But I'm hoping that putting this in doesn't cause an issue with that, but I guess we'll see. So I'll turn the power back on. Let's give it a shot. Oh. Hey! There it is! Okay, so we know now this is dead. I would have to try and format it to be able to use it as a bootable drive. And I'll probably try that. Let's see if we can actually read the NVMe. Oh my god. It's all here. Holy fucking shit. That actually worked. The NVMe, it works. I can access it. I have an extra terabyte of storage now. If I can solve this problem, then we'll be going places. So I do have a SATA cable. Let's plug this in carefully now. See if I can get something. Let's see. I just realized that because of where my phone was, you couldn't see or hear, well, you could hear what was going on, but you couldn't see any of it. All you could see is my legs. And I do apologize for that. Basically, what's going on is I couldn't access, well, I mean, I could partially access what's in there, but my computer didn't want to load it. So I'm formatting it. I'm going to clone the hard drive to see if that'll work. If that doesn't work, I'll know that that hard drive is dead for sure, and I'll be able to toss it with dignity. I'll put it down dignifully. I don't know what the word would be. Local disk E. Okay, so now we'll open up this, which this is a hard drive cloning program that I downloaded. So we're going to clone this one to this one. It's saying it's going to take about 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording, and then I will record again when this process is done. So in the essence of time, we've come back with a prepared product. That took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take. It ended up taking 15 minutes to copy everything, but then it took another 15 minutes to validate it all. So this thing should be good to go. And during this, I was able to check the graphics card is out for delivery. It's not going to get here for a couple more hours, so we have enough time to fool around with this. I'm going to shut the computer down, and I'm going to hook this up, and we're going to see if it works or not. And if it doesn't work, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'll know that I can toss this with dignity and retire it justifiably. I'm a wizard with words, can't you tell? Hopefully, when I hook this up and turn the computer back on, it'll boot up like normal. So I'm going to plug it in, and we'll see what we're dealing with here. Okay. Turn that on. And we'll see if this wants to work or not. Hopefully it does. Keyboard isn't lit up anymore, and neither is my mouse. And the monitor is still flashing. Oh, maybe? Nope. Okay. So I think we know now that this hard drive is certified dead. So I'm going to hard shut this down and swap it. Now we know it is actually certified dead and not bootable. And I will buy another one of these to use as storage. I mean, I guess I could flash it to the NVMe and just get another NVMe stick. That might be better. We could try that. So actually what we are going to do, and this is fun that I gotta go through this process again, is I'm going to hook this back up. I'm going to copy what's from that NVMe drive, and I'm going to flash this to the NVMe instead. That way I have a terabyte of base storage, and I still have the 2 terabytes, and then I can buy another NVMe down the line, but it doesn't have to be immediately. And that is wonderful. You're going to the floor again, sir. Unplug this. This is dead. Bye-bye. Plug this back in. Let my PC boot, which it should. Hello. Also, don't forget to hydrate, because if you don't hydrate, you will die. All this is still here. I believe I still need an update. So I'm going to copy everything from the other drive. Then I'm going to restart the computer, give it its security updates, and then we're going to flash everything to that one. This will be fun. Either way, I'm walking out of this with a win, which I think is pretty nice. Now, if it comes down to my PC not wanting to boot from the NVMe, I will just hook the hard drive back up and format the NVMe again. The cumulative time that I've been recording so far is about an hour. That'll be fun to edit and also import all of that footage, because the footage is going to be fucking massive. I haven't even gotten to the graphics card yet, which is supposed to be the main event. Everything is copied over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that. I'm going to eject my hard drive. Going to open up the flasher again, and we're going to clone this to this. Let's go. The hell? Why is this one taking so much faster? I know, because NVMEs are much faster than HDDs. And that's why it took so long to copy everything to that thing. That is something that I actually forgot about. So when this is done, I'm just going to unplug the SSD drive and I'm going to try and boot it only on the NVMe. Hopefully it'll work. If I can run off of an NVMe, that'd be great. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'll still have it for storage either way. I guess I should also give context. My laptop has 2 NVMe drives in it, or had. I took the one out because it wasn't getting used. It's not the bootable drive for my laptop, so I was just kind of using it for storage. And part of the reason I don't use my laptop is because I don't like how my college formatted it originally. I got to figure out what to do with that. I think what I have to do is buy a new version of Windows and put it on a blank NVMe, because that one, for some reason, is hard coded to use OneDrive as its storage device. And unless you unless you specifically put things onto the other drive, everything gets uploaded to OneDrive, which is not what I wanted. And then I tried to delete everything off of OneDrive, but then I ended up deleting everything that was on the computer, and then I tried restoring it, and ever since then my computer's been kind of wacky. Like, I factory reset the laptop and it's still kind of funky. Hopefully none of that funkiness got onto this drive, because if it does, that's going to be a problem, and I'll have to completely upgrade the storage from scratch, and that'd be a pain because that's what I wanted to avoid. Oh, Flash is done. I'm just going to update it and shut it down. Hopefully it won't cause any issues. But yeah, that's why I don't really use my laptop, is because my hard drive is funky and it's OneDrive based, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to switch it back. I have done so much research on that, and everything that I said says to just delete it and uninstall OneDrive, and it still doesn't work. And I don't know what happened, and I don't know how to fix it. On that front, I'm fucked. So I just don't really use my laptop. And also, I have this thing, and this thing, after I put the new graphics card in, will be more powerful than that. So I will have even more use to not use it. Anyway, what we're going to do now is unplug it and try booting it purely off of the NVMe. And hopefully this works, because if not, I'm kind of in trouble. Okay, please work. Please, for the love of God, work. I'm hearing like, I don't know, you guys probably can't hear it, but I'm hearing like little high-pitched beeps and stuff. Please? Oh, maybe? Oh, updates? Don't turn off your computer? I'm not? It worked! Oh my God. It's all here. And my SSD is now hooked up. It's running all the way off of the NVMe. Holy shit. What? Well, hold on now. That can't be right. It's reading that the NVMe has 111 gigabytes and not a terabyte. That can't be right. Hold on. Did I just clone the SSD drive exactly as it is and get rid of 900 gigabytes for no reason? Hi, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties, and I had to take a minute to just kind of be pissed off about it. But everything is good now. We're all fine. Everybody's fine. We're all fine, Killian. It's okay. It was a scary time. I know you're very scared. But everything is okay now. We got through it. We faced the storm. It's okay. Yeah. You might just be sitting on my lap now. He never does this, by the way. I cannot believe I'm getting this on camera. Oh, hi, buddy. Okay, shall we talk about what happened? I'm sorry, I just had a cat moment, and honestly, him hanging out with me has made me feel a lot better about what just happened, because I was kind of in a sour mood, and now I feel better because I have a cat on me, and he's happy to be here. Basically, what happened was I didn't end up deleting that storage like I thought I did. So thankfully, I didn't end up deleting it, because if I did, I would have been super mad. Ooh, easy with the claws, buddy. But what had happened was, oh, and he's gone. What had happened was, when I cloned everything from the old hard drive to the NVMe, the Windows knows how much space is on that NVMe slot or the NVMe drive, but it only allocates the 100 gigabytes. Because why? I had to kind of fuck around with it a little bit to get it to allocate the rest of the space. And like I said, everything's fine now. It reads the full, that's not what I meant to open, terabyte of space. We're good. To do that, I was following a tutorial, and the tutorial told me to download a program. I was like, cool. It was like, oh, it might ask you to buy it, but you don't have to. What we need to do is free to use. And then I hopped into the program, and I found out it was not free to use. It actually cost $40. You could download the program for free, but to do what I wanted to do was not free. What I ended up doing, I'm sure some of you were like, why would you shell out $40 just to do this one thing? I shelled out the $40. I am $40 lighter now. And the reason why I did that is because fuck it. I don't want to have to deal with this issue anymore. I tried to fix in the Windows system, but the way that the fucking partitions are configured, I couldn't do that. So here I am, $40 lighter, but with my computer in shape and running fine. I hooked everything up just to make sure it would run with everything. And so far it is, so thank God. But that was kind of annoying. But I have the full terabyte of space. External hard drive works fine. Everything is accessible. Everything runs fine. We're good. And I'm hoping nothing like this happens when I'm putting the graphics card in. Also, I was like fucking around with that for like an hour. We're good now. Killian said hi to me. I'm feeling much better about this. Am I frustrated a little bit? Understandably, yes. But we're good now. I won't have to worry about that unless I want to upgrade it to a bigger thing. And I'll know how to do it right this time. And conveniently, the program that I paid $40 for also has a cloning function. So I'll be using that from now on, because I paid $40 for it and I'm not wasting that money, because god damn it, if I have to do something like that to fix my new graphics card, should it not work for any reason at all, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. You can just see the sanity just flying away. Let's take a breath. Get some water. But we're good now. Everything runs fine. The internet, it goes. Everything works. I can open Steam. Takes about as long as it normally does to load. Now, I could put all of the games that I have on the hard drive over, because now I have so much more space. Anyway, that is that. The storage portion of this video is now over. I'm going to keep this in the PC, but I'm not going to have it plugged in. And I'm going to leave this here until the graphics card gets here, and then we'll record that portion of the video. And hopefully it won't be as bad as this. I'll make sure that I do it correctly. I mean, I technically did everything correctly with this, you know. It's just the one thing that I didn't account for, which was the partition thing. Anyway, I'm going to stop recording now. Hopefully the graphics card gets here soon so I can do that. As of this moment, the earliest predicted time it's supposed to arrive is in an hour and a half. So I'll probably take that time to get a snack, kind of relax a little bit. Then when it gets here, we'll continue that portion of the video. I guess as an intermission, maybe? I don't think this is going to be halfway through the video. We'll see what happens, I guess. See you guys on the other side? Why are you still here? Hey there, sport. Good to see you again. In the essence of time, I have come back with a much better product. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the big boy. This is my new graphics card. Asus GeForce RTX 4060. This is the big mama jamba right here. Unfortunately, they have the shipping label on front, so I had to scribble that out. So I'm going to try and not let it be able to let you guys read it. So I'm going to put it over here out of frame. And it's time to get this big boy installed. And I'm really excited for this. And I am praying to God that this works. Because if not, I will be very upset. I think we're ready. So, flashlights at the ready. And screwdrivers at the ready. Let's dive into this, shall we? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook this cable, which I'm not sure what this does. Hopefully that doesn't matter too much. I'm sure that this thing has a port for that. So I'm going to undo these screws gently now and put them over on the magnet tray. This should be all I have to do, and I should be able to just lift it straight out. Oh dear God. Oh, here it is. This is my current graphics card. Carefully hold this in front. So this is a GeForce RTX 660. It is very old, and this came out, I believe, 2012. And it is widely considered to be the absolute basic gaming setup. So if you want extremely basic gaming stuff, this is your go-to. But we're not in the year 2012. This isn't considered the cutting edge of technology anymore. We have this, the 4060. What we are going to do is take this, put it aside because it is no longer needed, and we're going to take the big boy out. It was actually kind of funny going to grab this because I watched like the Amazon tracking, because I bought this from Amazon. I watched as it got to the package room, right? I saw that I had failed to put a notice on this to put it in an Amazon bag. So it was just sitting out there, sitting on the shelf like this. And I was like, yeah, I don't want somebody to grab that. I don't want somebody to steal that. So I quickly grabbed my coat and ran over to the package room because this is a very expensive piece of technology that I don't want in the wrong hands. This thing cost almost as much as my PC did. Of course, I bought my PC from a secondhand electronics shop, but still. Let's open this up. So this is actually probably something I want to film. We're going to open this. Here it is, my friends. Oh, it's a big boy. Oh, that's a big boy. Be very careful with this. Oh, look at this. It's not in frame. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Oh, it's so beautiful. So spicy. Look at this thing. 3 display ports and an HDMI port. Oh my God. It's got 2 fans on the bottom of it compared to the one on my other one. Oh, mama. Such an honor to be in. I'm not even showing this on frame. I'm so sorry. It's just such an honor to be in such high class of technology. I'm sure you guys know this. I am a huge tech guy, massive tech guy. I will go to Micro Center and I'll just gawk at all the technology that is there. Ooh, quick start guide. Hell yes. Give me some of that. Put that right there. Quick start guide. What have we got? Thank you for purchasing. You're welcome. Make sure your computer is completely unplugged with the power source. Chassis cover. Plug it in, lock it in place. The connector looks different, but I should be able to do it. All drivers. Oh, that's literally it. That was what I was hoping. So before I'm going to install the Big Mama, I'm going to move the NVMe, which is right here. I'm going to move it to the slot that was above the graphics card. And then we're going to put the big boy in. Oh, I'm so excited. Uninstall you. Go right there. Screw you back in. Now this one's an M2 slot, so hopefully it won't cause any issues. I don't think it will. Before we put this in, I gotta remove all the films. And it is important that you do this because this plastic is insulating. So if you don't take it off and try to use it, and it could potentially overheat, and you really do not want that. So just to preface, this is not the 4090. It's also not the 5070 or whatever the newest one out is. But comparatively, it is a massive upgrade, which I am very happy for. I don't know what year this one came out. Editor me if you wouldn't mind throwing the year that this was made up on the screen right now. Just kind of take this. Sorry, I'm not saying much. This is just so beautiful. Sure, there isn't any other plastic. Size comparison, also about the same length. It's a little shorter, I think. Barely. So this thing has some old ass ports on it. It's got a display port, an HDMI port, and 2 other ports. I'm blanking out on the name of them right now, but they are for projectors. As you can obviously tell, the modern age doesn't really require that sort of port. So here we are. Now, why this PC has a 2012 graphics card in it, I don't know. I also don't really care. I'm able to upgrade it and put something in that's much, much more adequate. I'm just going to give it one final check. Make sure no other films or anything else that I need to remove. I believe we are ready to put this in. Now I very, very carefully put this in. Line it up over here. Slide right in. Hopefully. Please, dear God. It does appear to be in. Everything looks solid down here. Plug this in. It's in there. It's not going anywhere. Okay. That should be all it needs. Oh my God. These screws back in. And thankfully, this will be positioned exactly where the other one is, so I don't need to remove any plates or move anything. Just pop these screws in. And bada bing, bada bam. Bob's your uncle. It's in. Holy cow. This thing looks so sick with this thing in there now. Oh, mama. Now that this thing is inside my PC, we are ready to put it back over there. And this should be the last time I should have to do this. Anything else I should be able to do, I don't know if you can see me that well. Anything else I should be able to do over there. I think we're ready to take it back and power this thing on. I am very excited. I don't know about you guys, but I am very excited that this is happening. I have been waiting to do this since a couple months before I even moved. I picked this out about a month before I moved into this place. That's how long I've been waiting for this. And I am so fucking excited to finally get this working. I'm gonna hook this up. And this is my first monitor. It looks like a graphics card and things. So this is my mouse and keyboard. And oh, look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is going to make things so much better. I have been waiting to run good Steam games that I wanted to play, because I know that my old graphics card would not have been able to handle it. I have been so excited to get this thing so I could run them and it'll be smooth as butter. This thing is also going to make recording so much easier because it'll be able to process what's happening on screen at a higher video quality. I can stream at higher quality too. And that's not really a big issue for me. I want it to be enough to be able to see, but I am so glad for that. I am going to upgrade the RAM too. I should be okay with what I have. I have 16 gigabytes. That's pretty good. But I do want to upgrade that as well. That'll probably be my next thing. But holy shit. I have a very, very powerful piece of technology in my possession. Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs, friends and family, it is now the moment of truth. Now, just like before, I just have it on my one monitor. I just have the basics hooked up, so nothing fancy. Just my mouse, keyboard, and monitor. We're going to turn this thing on, make sure it works, download the driver so it's all updated, and then we might just test it out to make sure it runs well. I don't even know what game to do that with, but I'll figure it out. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Here we go. Booting. That is at a lower resolution, then I might need to fix that. Okay. I know the picture quality looks shitty. I'll be able to fix that. I just want to get the drivers downloaded. It booted, which is good. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm going to let this go first, and then I'll fix the image quality. But it did boot up. It is working correctly. We actually have picture on the monitor, and it booted up perfectly fine. So that is good. That is very good. So I think this one went very smoothly. I mean, by and large, as long as you have the right components, this thing is very plug and play, which is good because that's exactly what I wanted. It looks like it might take a minute. I don't know how well you can see that. It looks like it's going to take a minute. So I'm just going to let that go, and then we will come back and go from there. Hello, I'm back. And yes, some time has passed. We get it already. Literally right after I stopped recording, it finished installing and the display updated itself. It's all good now. And there actually was a driver, a brand new driver that oddly enough released today for this thing. So I went ahead and I downloaded that. Everything looks good. It looks good. Everything looks good. It's very good. So I think the next step is I'm going to try and hook up my other monitor and see how well it can handle that. It should be able to handle it fine. But we're going to go ahead and sync this up here and then plug it into L graphics card. And boom, straight away. Perfect. Magical. I do notice that. The refresh rate being faster. Let's crank it up, actually. 164 hertz on the first one. Boosted to 143 on the second one. Oh my god, that's so fucking smooth. You guys probably can't see the difference. But I've been using this thing for over 2 years now. And let me tell you, I know the difference. This is smooth. This is so much smoother. It's like I'm working on my PC at 4K, which is basically what I'm doing. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I have Steam open. Should we try and play something? I'm not going to do that yet. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to hook the rest of my shit back up and put that together because it's good. We're good. Everything else is software related. There's no lights on the motherboard. We're good to go. I'm going to put the rest of that together. I'm actually going to shut all this down. And then we're going to hook the rest of it up, get this thing back in position and back into running order. I am so fucking excited. It is insane. The tempered glass back on. I'll tell you what, though. I am so glad that went in so smoothly. So the epiphany that I had while I was over there was that if I wanted to, I can make like streaming easier because this thing has 3 ports. I could run an HDMI cable to my TV and do both the monitors on DisplayPort power instead of one being DisplayPort and the other being HDMI. And that is something I will do. I'll probably do the cable switching and stuff on my downtime. Let's position this big boy over here. Okay. It should be everything. But yeah, it's basically back in working order again. I'm going to switch this one to DisplayPort instead of HDMI. The only reason I have it in HDMI is because of my old graphics card. It only had one DisplayPort, one HDMI, so I had to do one of them HDMI. That's fine. It's no big deal. So I'll switch those cables. I'll do that on my own time. Let's hop back in. And actually, what we're going to do is we're going to turn on my PS5, and we are going to play Spider-Man Remastered and see how it processes the input from my graphics card. Because that is the big thing. I think my PS5 is selected. Yes. I should be able to do this over here, no problem. It'll also be able to process this better too. Put this in. Does not need to be that loud. Oh my god, this looks so good. I'm not going to do like a mission or anything. Let's go do this crime. Because crime is time. Oh, it's processing it so well. I mean, this doesn't really do a whole lot to show like frame rate because it's mostly also like paired with the PS5 performance. But still, it's processing the video feed from the graphics card very well. So I'm going to download Desktop. I'm going to put it on the local drive because I have enough space for it. But I am incredibly happy that this is working the way I wanted to and that it is even happening at all. Because holy shit, I did not think that I would ever have this sort of power before. I never thought that I would be able to experience this just because of, you know, how my life was going when I first started getting into this sort of stuff. And like at some point I'll experience better than this. When this thing becomes outdated, I'm going to upgrade it, but that's not going to be for a very long time, and I am very excited for that.
Welcome to the After Science.
The game already looks great. Holy shit. It's running so well. And it's kind of working. I think this might be an issue with like my controller, and that's why it's not working. It looks great. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think that's an issue with my controller. I don't think that's an issue with the game though. Okay. The cat feed is going off. I just spent some time just kind of fooling around with the PC and the video stuff. I was able to get Aperture to run. However, the whole thing with my controller didn't seem to want to accept my controller inputs for some reason, which I think is an issue connected to the controller or my PC itself, but I'll figure that out. Outside of that, this thing runs butter smooth. This is absolutely insane. I am so glad that I have this. Everything runs great. There are some things with OBS that I might need to figure out on my own, but I'll solve that a different time. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed me sort of losing my sanity, but ultimately upgrading my PC in a way that I could not have imagined. The hard drive stuff, that was something that I wanted to do. It's not a big deal. The graphics card is a much bigger deal, and I'm so glad that it's working exactly as it's supposed to be. And it is so good. It's so fucking good. I hope everybody enjoyed today's video. If you liked what you saw and want to see more, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've streamed every week for over 2 years now. I don't know if I'll be back from my break yet. This was recorded during my break. I know that's technically not the point of the break. However, this is how I wanted to do it. So I'm doing it this way, so shut up. I am incredibly glad that I am even able to afford something like this, and that I'm so glad that something of this power caliber is in my possession, because I don't think I ever thought that I would have something like this. And I'm incredibly grateful for just the ability to have it. And I say that like I received it as a gift. No, I bought it with my own money, but I never really thought I would even make enough money to buy it, let alone live somewhere like this. So I'm incredibly glad that I have the capability to do all these things, because I didn't really think that I would. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you subscribe, and my games are down below, Underway Remastered and There Is No Sleep. Go check those out. And check out Agents of Chaos. Our link is down below. We stream live on Twitch, and it's re-uploaded right here, so I highly recommend that you check that out. I hope everybody's having a great day, great weekend, great hour, whatever, whenever you're up to. I hope you're doing well. But that's going to be it from me, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.